Welcome back, all my YouTube subscribers, Twitter followers, all the big football fans out there. Had a slight change of plans. I was supposed to go on Rover's channel tonight, but something came up for Spence. So instead, I got my man Kid Blue on the channel to discuss some picks. And without further ado, here we are. What is going on, Kid?
What's going on, guys?
What is going on,
John?
On? What is going on, Mr. Bad Dog? Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I did this segment last week. I'm actually giving away a free fitted hat. You're going to be a part of this because I know that you actually filled it out last week. I still haven't tallied up everybody's totals, but I told everybody they're going to be on Spencer's channel, so I hope they come on over here. John says, apologize for this, guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. He better apologize. So Kid Blue, what do you think of the matchups this week? Some good matchups?
Yeah, I see the matchups right now. Looking at them right now, I think we got some pretty good games going on. Just a quick look over here. I like the Texans-Eagles game that's about to go on. Texans have a good playoff spot, and the Philadelphia Eagles trying to go 2-0 in the final weeks of the season, try to win out and make the playoffs over the Cowboys. I like the Ravens and Chargers matchup as well too.
Yeah, a couple good games this
Saturday
week.
football.
We got J-Dog Plays in the house. We got Sports Lover #1 in the house. Mike Morena, thank you guys for tuning into the stream as we're going to talk about some matchups this week. Of course, we got our Giants against the Colts. We'll see if we can do some damage there.
Oh, yeah.
But without further ado, Yvonne is in the house. What's going on, my man? Christopher Columbus is in the house. Just Jake YT in the house. What is Christopher? Thought you were I was going to collaborate with Rover, Chris. Something came up, so I brought Kid Blue on the channel instead. I'll be doing it with Rover again next week. Johnny Morowski in the house. Austin Ennis in the house. Christian Jones in the house. Thank you guys for tuning in to the stream. Johnny says Giants are going to be killed again, but the good news, the season is almost over. Yeah, yeah, it is almost over. We got the
good news there.
We got the draft to look forward to. Afghanistan is in the house. Thank you for tuning into the stream, my man. So the first game I want to talk about, and of course I always like to get my chat involved. We're going to go to the chat every time we pull up a game. We're going to see what they think about the matchup. But the first matchup I want to talk about is the Saturday game. We've got Tennessee home against Washington. Titans favored by 10. That is a big number, Kid Blue. Big number. And it is
a big number, but...
And it's a big game for both teams.
Oh, yeah, it is. The Redskins, with a sliver of hope, trying to make the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen for them. But the Titans, they need this game. They need every game they can to get into the playoffs as they're battling right now. I blame the
You're
as well, right?
So
they got to win as much games as they can.
I don't mean to interrupt you. You're breaking up on the Skype. I don't know if you're who's lagging, guys. Is it just him or is it me as well? Because he's lagging on my end. I don't know, maybe you got to get to a 5G or a network connection over there?
I'm on my regular connection that I was on before. Am I still lagging?
Not so much right now for me. Goose says it's just you. Let's see. Anyone's stream froze. How about now? Go ahead and talk.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah, I still see you, but you're lagging. Maybe you wanna sign out and sign back in.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, he's gonna hang up. In the meantime, I'm gonna talk to the chat about this matchup. He's gonna hang up. He's gonna call me back. We'll see if it's any better. Road Dog, what's going on, my man? Road Dog, thank you for tuning in to the stream. Christian Jones says he's good. Goose says not. Now, what's going on, Eric Donahue? I'm just waiting for Kid Blue to come back. But in this matchup, my pick between the Titans and the Redskins. The Titans favored by 10. Huge matchup here. We just saw how good this team was against the Giants. But I'm actually going to take the Redskins. I think the Redskins are going to keep this within the 10 points. I think the Titans win, but they win by less than 10. I think the Redskins... John says he hopes the Titans win. What do you guys think? I got it something like Titans 21-13. I think the Titans win, but they don't cover the spread. Joe Lutz is in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning into the stream, my man. Anybody that's coming in, please hit that thumbs up. It does help me out. Anal Sperm Launcher. Anal Sperm Launcher is in the house. Christian Jones. We're both taking the points. What's going on, Big Blue for Life? We're talking spreads tonight. Unfortunately, Spencer couldn't make it tonight, so I pulled up Kid Blue. I'm going to call him back. He was having problems with his internet connection. So Chris Columbus thinks the Titans cover 24-10. Bando's got the same score, 24-10. What's going on, Nelson Ayadele? I got it something closer. I'm going to say they win by 8. I got 21-13. I like the Titans, but I don't think they cover the spread. Just trying to call him back, see what happens here. Alright, I'm going to wait for him to call me. In the meantime, I'm going to get on with the show. So, let me expand. Until he calls me, I'm going to expand my picture here. And, oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, I just hung up on him by accident. I'm sorry. Let me, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you go live. All right, you're coming up now. 1 second. Still don't see your video. There you are. All right, let's hopefully this is better. So I just asked the chat. A couple people gave me their picks. It seems like everyone thinks the Titans are going to cover. I see 21-6 Titans. Christian Jones he agrees with me. He's got the Redskins getting the points. A lot of people have a blowout. What about you? What do you think?
I've got the Titans covering it. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game, but nothing has surprised me right now in this day NFL. But I'm going to have the Titans win the game like 27-13. So I'm going to have them covering it.
That's about what most people had. Most people had about a 14-point victory from what I saw.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Titans win, but they don't cover. I like the Redskins to keep it close, but we'll see. I think they're going to be up. A lot of it depends on the weather, too. I mean, I personally think if the weather wasn't the way it was this week with the Giants still would have lost, but I don't think it would have been, I think it would have been a closer game.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see Kid Blue drink a beer. Kid Blue, you got a beer in that? You got a beer in that?
No, I don't got it right now. I don't think you guys will see that.
That's not Kid Blue's style. Rogue Door says, seen those Saints today? That's what I love about football. Unpredictability. That's right. You're right. Last week, we saw a ton of games we didn't expect.
Exactly. That's why nothing surprises me right now in the NFL late in the season.
Yeah, and it's every week. It's every week.
Yep.
Yeah, Christian, he's actually 21. We asked him that last week. But let's get on to it. We'll get on to the second Saturday game. We'll get him in shape, Chris. That's right, Bad Dog. Let's get on to the second Saturday game here. We've got
right.
Baltimore at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 4.5. Who do you like in that one?
This one's a tough one because you gotta like Baltimore's defense, and I'm not sold on Lamar Jackson yet, but I think he could still put up some points. But I still think the Chargers are gonna win this game. As far as them covering the game. 4.5 points. I'm gonna take the Chargers to cover. I'll say it's like a 26-20 type of game. Okay,
very good. And Joe Lutz actually asked, did you watch Goodfellas?
Oh no, I didn't get to watch any of the games yet, guys. Any of the movies yet, guys. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Joe Lutz says he's got the Chargers 23-17. Goose says, yeah, he needs to do those 12-ounce curls. He's saying that you need to drink the beers. That's a tough. I'm actually taking. I think a lot of people think this game's going to be relatively close, and the spread indicates that. And I do respect the Ravens' defense. However, that being said, the Ravens are traveling all the way across the country. The Chargers have played very well lately. They're coming off a monumental win. Now, some people may think they'll have a letdown after that win when they just beat the Chiefs, but they have everything to play for. They're in contention for the #1 overall seed, and of course, the Ravens have a ton to play for too. They're trying to make the playoffs. But I just think the Chargers are a much better team. I think Lamar Jackson is skated by against weak competition.
Yeah. Right.
I really think the Chargers are going to win this game by at least 14 points. I like the Chargers to pretty easily cover that spread, actually. I'm going to say something like 31-17 Chargers.
So blowout.
I think they're going to put up some points. Wow. Let's see what they say. Cynical says 28-14. Goose says Chargers win by 10+. Chargers. By the way, you guys had to participate last week. I only had like 12 or 13 people put it in the comments. But whoever did last week, please put it back in this week at the end. Put it in the comments so the winner's going to get a fitted hat. Joe Letts says, yeah, I think they're going to put up points, Joe. I really do. And I think some of that, I think they're going to force Lamar Jackson to make some turnovers in this game. I think some of that is going to have to do with the points that they get.
Yeah. And does anybody know if Melvin Gordon is going to be coming back for this game, or he's still not ready yet?
I didn't hear otherwise. I don't know 100%, but I don't think he's playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that, though. Bad Dog says 2013. He's got him narrowly covering. Just Jake says 24-17. No, they should have, Christian. They should. I really like the way this Chargers team is playing right now. I really do.
Yeah, the Chargers are playing good. I mean, already, I'm already feeling that they have some Super Bowl hopes right now. I think come playoff time, they might be the Super Bowl favorites in the AFC.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. John says Rivers wants to prove you wrong, entertainer in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I always get into this discussion with people. I'm not a big Rivers guy. I recognize he's a very consistently very good quarterback, but I always say it. I don't think he would have won a ring in New York. I truly believe that.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But we'll find out. We will find out. Christian Jones says 27-23. He's got the Ravens covering. I think that's the only person who had the Ravens covering. He's going against the grain.
I just don't think Lamar Jackson could put up that many points. Like that many points against a pretty good defense with the Chargers defense. I don't think he's going to put up that many points.
I also think you have to factor in that they're going all the way across the country. I think that plays a factor in this game.
Yeah.
But let's get to the next game. Seems like most people had the Chargers there. Next game we got Tampa Bay at the Cowboys. Tampa Bay, the Cowboys favored by 7. Interesting game.
Cowboys favored by 7. I think this is. I don't know. I'm hoping the Buccaneers pull off something here, but I just don't see it. I think this could be another blowout win. Another blowout from Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, their defense is relatively non-existent, so I think any team could really score on them. But I got the Cowboys in an easy one. They're definitely going to cover that 7-point spread.
Yeah, I didn't take a look over. Wow, John says Buccaneers cover. I'm hoping the Buccaneers win that game.
Cool.
I'm hoping the Buccaneers win that game because then, as Giants fans, we have the opportunity to knock the Cowboys out of the playoffs. That being said, let me take a quick look at the chart again. I want to see all the spreads.
Jameis would not have to throw a single interception or fumble the ball because he's a turnover machine. So they would have to play perfect football against the Dallas Cowboys. That defense as well. I just don't see it happening with Jameis Winston and that Dallas defense. It's not a good matchup.
Yeah, that being said, I actually think this is the easiest game to pick on the schedule this week. It's got to be. I think the Cowboys are going to annihilate this team. I think this Bucs defense is a complete disgrace. I really do, and I think Ezekiel Elliott is going to run all over them. He's going to weaken that defense, and this offense isn't what it was at the beginning of the year either. The Bucs offense isn't putting up. They're not putting up 30 points like they were. I think the Cowboys win this by at least 14 points. I could see them winning by 20 plus. I think they cover that spread with ease. Yeah,
definitely. That 7-point spread, it's too small. I know it's a big spread for other games, but for this game, it should be at least like 10.
Yeah, I think they covered easily. Christopher Columbus says Tampa in an upset. He's got Tampa Bay winning outright.
Oh man,
17-14.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me. I'm not even gonna take it out on anybody that thinks any underdog is gonna win this week because the NFL is so unpredictable in this latter half of the season.
Yeah, I think it's a good game. I mean, to bet, if I was betting, I would bet the Cowboys this week. I really like them with that 7.
And no doubt.
So YouTube is a lesbian. thinks that the Cowboys win, but they don't cover. He's got him by 6. So
okay.
It seems one giant rebuttal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that.
What's going on, Rod? Giant rebuttal.
By the way, I always like to shout him out. I actually really do enjoy it. Have you checked his channel out yet? And
giant rebuttal.
And I just want to read what he says before it goes away. He says, "Love the live streams, bro, and hi to Kid Blue." Yeah, have you checked his channel out yet?
No, I haven't checked his channel out.
It's actually a pretty cool channel. It's exactly what it says. He rebuts giant YouTubers, but it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty entertaining. I actually do enjoy it a lot. I do enjoy
awesome.
it.
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah, so if nobody has checked it out, please check it out and sub him up. Let's see what we got here. 3120. Johnny says, I just can't pick the Cowboys. Yeah, it does feel wrong, Johnny. but I just can't see it.
It's too easy. It's too easy not to pick. I mean, the Cowboys, I know they laid a stinker against Indianapolis, but Indianapolis is just another team.
Oh,
Tampa.
Wow, I just got notice here. Blast Replay says there's a spider behind you.
Oh man.
He didn't fall for it. But we both like Dallas in that one. We both think they cover the spread. But it seems like it's fairly mixed. I think half the chat thinks that it's going to be the Bucs will cover. So I'm actually surprised by that.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it too.
But it is Giant fans. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to them there. They don't like picking the Cowboys. I don't like picking the Cowboys either, but it's just too obvious.
Yeah. Next one we got up is okay, this is a big spread. A big spread for a divisional game. New England home against Buffalo.
Wow.
New England favored by 12.5. That's a big number.
You know what?
Thank you so much for the super chat, just Jake White. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. He says, much respect, keep up the good work. I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But go ahead, you start. Again, I'll reiterate what it was. 12.5 point spread, New England home against Buffalo.
I got to have Buffalo covering the spread. I think New England is just starting to slow down as a team. They didn't do well against Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh doesn't have the best defense. I get Pittsburgh is like the Jekyll and Hyde type team, but the Patriots should have laid more points on Pittsburgh, and it's going to be hard against the Bills' defense. The Bills' defense is actually pretty good. What are they, top 10 this year?
I actually think they're, if I could be wrong, I think they're top 5.
Oh, I mean, for the past 3 years, they've been looking good on defense. Their offense is the problem. But I don't think they're going to make too many mistakes to have this game be out of control. I'm going to have the Bills covering the spread. I don't really, let's say like 21. I have the Bills covering the spread, but New England winning it like 21-13, something like that.
Very interesting. Ligma's in the house. Thank you for tuning into the stream, Ligma. I always appreciate when he tunes in. He always brings a few laughs to the chats. Christopher Columbus is going with a huge upset again.
Wow, Buffalo winning the game.
A back-to-back and a belly-to-belly. He had, what was the other one he had? He had another huge upset. Dallas losing to Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. If New England loses to Buffalo, there's going to be problems in New England. There's going to be a lot of problems in New England as far as the playoff goes and all that.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think New England wins, but I don't think they cover the spread. I think that Bills defense is for real.
It's legit.
Yeah, I think they're going to, and the Patriots offense is not near what it was. Gronkowski's a shell of himself. Brady does not look like, Brady's still very good, but he's not what he was. He's not.
Exactly.
Not this year. And I think the Bills cover that spread. I do. I think Josh Allen's going to... Josh Allen, by the way, he's run for like 100 yards his last 2 games.
He's setting records as far as rushing yards go. Yeah, for quarterback.
I think he'll do enough on the ground because he has nobody to throw to. But I think he'll do enough with his legs to keep himself in the game. I really do. And I think the Bills lose by about 7-10, but they cover that spread.
Yeah, on top of that, have we even heard anything of Julian Edelman, what he's been doing with New England lately? He hasn't been the same guy since his injury, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
But who knows? There's been so many times I've counted out the Patriots, and then they turn on the Jets. So I'm still not giving up on them to go to the Super Bowl this year. And Legend's in the house. What's going on, Legend? Thank you for tuning in. Cynical says, go Bills. Mike Moreno said, Pats are at home. They're not... No, I agree. I don't think they're going to lose. I don't think they're going to lose. I just don't think they cover that spread.
Yeah. Tom Brady eats children is in the chat.
I tell whoever that guy is comes up with the best
Comes up with the best name. I know.
But, real quick, what is that? I think we got most of the people. What does everybody else think? Patriots, Bills, give me your final score. Seems like a lot of people like the Bills in this one with the points.
Yeah.
But by the way, I just want to give you a quick plug. Kid Blue, if you haven't done so, please. Legend, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Legend. I really do appreciate that. Legend, you're the best, my man. He says, Super Chat God. I'll tell you, Legend, you are the Super Chat God. There's no doubt about it. And I always appreciate whenever you stop into my stream and, even if you just say what's up. Thank you so much, Legend. Patrick Felipe is in the house. Goose says the Pats cover. Goodfellas says Pats 34-20. Ligma says Bills 23-10.
That's gotta be a troll score, man. You can't be serious, man. I don't think the Bills are gonna put up that much points, and there's no way that 2 weeks in a row that New England scores 10 points. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
We'll see. I do give the Bills a puncher's chance in this game, but I think the Pats win. I think the Pats win. Too Much Cloud says Bills 27-10. People are getting crazy now. All right, let's get to the next game. We've got Atlanta at Carolina. Carolina without Cam Newton.
Oh, yeah, they play for the rest of the year.
Favored by 4. They're favored by 4.
Atlanta's favored by 4 or Carolina?
No, Carolina, home.
Wow. I gotta have Atlanta in the upset. I don't think without Cam Newton they can really move the ball down the field. I gotta have Atlanta.
Do you think Atlanta wins outright?
Yeah.
On the road?
Yeah, I think they can do it.
I'm actually gonna disagree with you on this. I'm gonna take Carolina without Newton to cover the spread, and I'm gonna tell you why. That Atlanta defense is.
It's not good.
If it's not the worst, it's the second to third worst in the league, and a lot of people are gonna take Atlanta. I know they are without Cam Newton, but hear me out.
Yeah.
That Atlanta defense is awful. Carolina's strength is, and it always has been, running the football. I think McCaffrey is going to have a field day on that defense. I like the fact they're at home. I think Carolina wins that game, and I think they cover the spread. I like Carolina by about 7 in that game. I'm going to go, because Atlanta's offense is not nearly. I don't know the numbers now, but I remember when they played the Giants. Atlanta was averaging 35 points at home. They were averaging like 21 points on the road. So I think Carolina is going to win, and they're going to cover it. I'm going to say 24-17 Carolina. I think McCaffrey has a huge day.
I think Carolina is due for a win because they have lost 6 straight. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have lost 6 straight, and the only reason why they were putting up any type of points was Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton. So without Cam Newton, who's starting at quarterback for Cam Newton?
I don't even know. I don't think it matters.
I don't even think Derek Anderson is there anymore, right?
I just think they're going to give McCaffrey the ball like 30 plus times.
They've got to. The only way to win that game is to give it to McCaffrey.
Yeah, and I think they're going to throw a lot of screen passes, a lot of checkdowns. We'll see. I mean, this is such a tough game to pick because it means nothing for either team. So either team could quit in this game. You know what I'm saying? I would never bet a game like this. Mike, I don't blame you, Mike. They've lost 6 in a row, and they make me look like a fool every week. Wait, Goodfellow, they're starting Nathan Peterman. Is that right?
Oh, no. Nathan Peterman got signed with Oakland Raiders. He just got signed today, actually.
Oh, so that's a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Ligman, and I will say that Atlanta does own them. They do own them, if you look at history.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't know. That Atlanta defense is just so bad that I don't trust them. I don't trust them on the road to put up points, and I think for that team to win, they have to put up 30+, and I just don't think they will. I think that C-Mac is going to be able to run the ball on them. But we'll see. Most people agree with you. Most people think Atlanta's going to win outright.
I just think that the Carolina, with Carolina now missing Cam Newton, because Cam Newton adds a dimension to, say what you want about Cam Newton, I'm not the biggest fan of Cam either, but he gives a different dimension to the game that no other quarterback brings. You know, he's a real threat in the run game. Like, this guy he'll pummel you to the ground with his running ability, and he can pass decently, but without Cam Newton there, you just have Christian McCaffrey. You don't have very good option to throw through. DJ Moore is there, yes, but I think it's just going to make this offense one-dimensional. You got to give it to Christian McCaffrey the whole time. They're going to know that. So I just think Carolina's offense will be shut down pretty quickly with Atlanta's defense.
I just think that defense is that bad. I think C-Mac has a field day there. Christopher Columbus says, I'm with you, Chris. 21-14 Carolina. But he's okay. Definitely has. I actually like Cam Newton. I know he hasn't played well the last, game, six in a row.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He has a tore shoulder. He's been dealing with that most of the year. I'll give him a pass there. But he hasn't been statistically the most accurate quarterback.
No, that's not it. He's a tough guy to judge against other quarterbacks because he's not your prototypical pocket passer guy. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Tit Toothpaste says 42-27 Falcons. All right. So, let's.
Where does he come up with this, man? Like,
John says I love. Cynical's laughing too. John says, I lost respect for Newton since then. Yeah, everybody forgets that year. He had one of the best years I've ever seen a quarterback have. He won the MVP that year. They went to the Super Bowl. And he easily, they just run into a buzzsaw there with that Denver defense. But since that, last year he was pretty good. Last year Cam Newton was pretty good.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, but he hasn't been that good since that year. Absolutely. Next game we got up, we got just a bad game. Well, Miami's decent. Jacksonville at Miami. Miami favored by 4.5. And I know Chris Columbus is a Jacksonville fan, so I'm curious to get his thoughts on this. Jacksonville at Miami. Miami favored by 4.5. Who do you like?
Miami's still in the playoff race, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they have to try to win this game, and I think they're going to be fighting for that. Jaguars don't really have much to play for. Their defense is great, but their offense stinks. This is a hard one, but I'm gonna take Miami to win the game, but it's gonna be a close game. I think the Jaguars will cover that 4-point spread. What is it? 4 point, right?
4.5.
4.5. Yeah, I think they'll cover it fine. I'll say it's a game like, I don't know, 20-17.
2017. All right, Goodfellow says 2013. Johnny Morawski says taking the Dolphins all freaking day. John says he's taking the Jaguars. Joe Lutz says 17-13, so he's taking the Jags to cover by 0.5 point. Chris Columbus, the Jaguar fan, says Miami beats my Jags by 13 points. I say 23-10. Ligma says, can Giants sign Kyle Van Noy and also... to be honest with you, I haven't looked in depth about the free agent chat. Have you looked into that? I haven't even...
free agency yet? No, I'm going to be doing a video about that soon, but...
Yeah, I haven't even begun... I know, like, the big-name free agents, but I haven't begun looking into what the Giants projected. We won't know. We don't know until what they decide to do with Eli, until the restructuring of the contract. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to know how much money they're going to have to spend in free agency. Goodfellow says Miami wins 2013. 14-13. I'm going to agree with you. I think Miami wins, but I think it's within the 4.5. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Miami. 17-14. Miami.
Because we have to all remember the Jacksonville defense isn't what it was last year, but it's not terrible yet. I mean, they're like second against the pass right now, and I mean they're still playing well on defense. It's their offense that has been letting them down, so they could still lose close games. They could probably still win this game, but I'm still gonna have the Miami Dolphins winning.
Yeah, I don't think Miami's offense is that good, so I think it'll be relatively close. Afghanistan, that's a good score. It's good. This is a tough game to bet. I could see it being between.
Either way, that's a harder game.
Yeah, it's right on that cusp. I think that's a perfect spread. That 4.5. What's going on, fat bastard? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Anybody that's new to the channel, please hit that thumbs up. Please don't forget to ring that bell. Please subscribe, and please check out Kid Blue. His link is in the description, as well as the Twitter. You got his Twitter name in there, so please follow each of us on Twitter. Jags have no offense, Johnny Morawski. No, they don't. Their offense is their defense.
Yeah, they have no offense.
They have
with Blake Bortles there, they're not going to get anything done.
They have to create turnovers. Christopher Columbus says, "Trust me, man, I wouldn't be surprised if we played second string this game. Take the Dolphins." I mean, he is the Jaguar fan, so he knows better than we do. So if you are betting this game, take Chris's advice and bet against his Jaguars. Twitters. Jags 23-3. Ligma is going crazy tonight.
Man, Ligma. I think he's just gonna combat everything that we say now.
Bavit, tonight we're doing the spreads. I was supposed to go on Rover's channel, but he had something to come up, so I reached out to my good friend Kid Blue. He said he wanted to do it, and he's here. And yeah, there we go. And so far we're about 4 or 5 games in. We're having a good time. Just like last week, post the predictions in the comments after. Whoever participated the first week, you're eligible to get that fitted hat. Nelson says taking Giants. Well, we didn't get to the Giants yet, but
oh, he's excited for the Giants game.
Yeah. Next game. Well, the Giants are next, so there you go. The Giants at Indianapolis. Colts favored by 9. That's a big number. Who do you like?
It is, but I'm going to have to take Indianapolis by 9. I'm going to have to take Indianapolis because of the fact that the Giants season is over now. This is the first game where we're actually like letting loose. We don't have to worry about winning out and making a playoff run anymore. Do I still think they're going to try to win the game? Yes, but I know that in these 2 games we are going to see some of Kyle Lauletta, so there's going to be some practice time, if you want to say that, for Kyle Lauletta. This may be the game. Dallas may be the game. Whatever it is. So I'm going to have the Colts winning this pretty fairly. especially with what they just did to the Cowboys. I'm gonna say around like 27-13.
Colts 27. All right, 30-27, and he's a Giants fan. Yeah. I actually disagree with you on the letter. Unless it's a blowout, I don't think the letter's gonna play. I don't think the Giants believe in the letter, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think the Colts probably over their last 7 or 8 games have I think they had one hiccup. I forgot who they lost to. They lost to a bad team though. I forget who it was. But they've been really good over the last 7 or 8 games, and it's because they've become a dual threat on offense. The first 5-6 games of the year, they were so dependent on Andrew Luck. He was throwing 55-60 times. Marlon Mack got back into the fold. I think he came back from an injury, and he's performed very well. And
very well.
Yeah, and when they can run the football, and based on the way, even during this win streak, the Giants' run defense has not been their strength. So I think Marlon Mack is going to be able to run the ball. I think Andrew Luck in that dome is going to be way too hard when you can't stop the run. I think the Colts are going to put up at least 30. I think it's going to be something like 34-17. I like the Colts. I unfortunately, I think they're going to beat us pretty bad.
They're going to beat us pretty bad, but I think we'll be able to score some points, and I honestly do think we'll be able to keep it close for the first half, but I think they'll start to pull away in the second half when the team is starting to get beat up.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Colts, that's a great point Johnny brought up. I remember doing a video on the Colts about 4 weeks ago on my other channel, Insomnia Sports, and at that, I don't know what the stat is now, but at that point, Andrew Luck had the second most dropbacks in football, meaning he had thrown the second most time of any quarterback in the sport, and the Colts had surrendered the second least amount of sacks. So he had only been sacked, he had only been sacked 10 times at that. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. He had only been sacked 10 times all year. They have done a great job of rebuilding that offensive line through the draft.
And you know what? If you guys remember a couple years ago, that offensive line was terrible. I mean, they couldn't stop anybody. That's why Andrew Luck had all these injury problems. He was always hurt. But now, I mean, within the past 4 years or so, they've always been going offensive line in the first round or getting some other guys in.
They took Nelson this year.
Nelson. Costanzo. Don't forget about Ryan Kelly, the center. Yeah. And they've just revamped that offensive line. That's something the Giants need to take after. Now they need to look at what the Colts are doing to get to build that offensive line. But Quentin Nelson's already one of the best guards in the league, and I don't think we're going to get much push against that offensive line this week.
Yeah, they're a very good team. Let's not forget the Colts got blown out. They did. I alluded to that, Bavit. They did have one letdown over this 7 or 8 game stretch. They definitely could beat us bad. The Giants, yes. The one thing I will say, the Giants always have a puncher's chance, but they don't have Beckham either. Yeah. We should have. They're probably not going to have Beckham either. We should have thrown that in there too. Without Beckham, it's even harder to beat a team like this.
Exactly.
Kid Blue, do you have sex?
Ligma. He's got typing Tourette's.
Oh man. G Mandingo said 31-28 Giants. Eli lights it up. I like the positivity, my man. I hope you're right now.
I would love that. I would.
Afghanistan says, didn't they? Didn't they what? I'm sorry. Cynical says, think the Giants will trade down for a better pick. It depends. It depends on how strongly they feel about quarterback. I think the only way they trade up is for a quarterback. And it depends on how... They might not even like any of these quarterbacks. We don't know. But if they're in love with, say, a Haskins or a Herbert, and they think he's going to go before they pick, I could see them trading up.
Yeah, I don't mind if they take a quarterback in this draft. Let's just slow the roll on, trading up for one, because I don't think there's one worth trading up for and giving up a lot of picks for. I don't particularly like any of these quarterbacks. But if you want to take one under Eli's wing for a year, I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. But I don't think we should really trade up for one.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that's the only way I could see it being a possibility. Let's go. What sperm cells in the house? What's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Now, he's a Eagles fan. Bavit says we have Cody Latimer coming back. Yeah. But it would be hilarious if the Cowboys blow the NFC East lead. Fat bastard. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping for. We want that shot to knock him out of the playoffs the last week of the season.
Yep.
Gettleman never trades ever. He doesn't trade down, Johnny, but I think I could be wrong, Johnny. You fact check me, please. But I think he does. He has traded up before. Mustard Bus is in the house. What's going on, Mustard Bus? By the way, I always want to give him a plug because he does support my channel, and I like to give YouTubers who support my channel a plug. Much the best. It's not really sports related, but if you want to go over there, it is a good time. They get drunk and they do funny things, and I go over there. I actually enjoy the channel.
Sounds like a good time.
And you know me of all people. I enjoy my beer, so it's a pretty funny channel. He always goes over to Bad Dog channel, my channel. He's a good guy. G Mendingo says, when you expect the worst, Eli always surprises. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go, Christian. There it is. He traded up to get Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, I do remember that.
That's there it is. That. All right, so here we go. Next game, guys. We talked extensively about the Giants. I'm depressed about it. Let's move on. The next game we got up, we've got the Houston Texans at the Eagles, and the Eagles are favored by 1.
I think the line makers are drinking the Kool-Aid after that Los Angeles Rams win. But I've got the Texans winning this game even on the road. The Texans are looking great right now, and they're still trying to secure their playoff spot in. I think they already clinched it if I'm not mistaken.
They lost. They lost last week though, didn't they?
They did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still Ligma. Anyway. But I still think the Houston Texans are going to pull out this win. I think the Eagles, I'm not going to lie, it was a very impressive win, and we did that live game. Very impressive win against the Rams, but I think the Rams had a problem without Todd Gurley, but I think Todd Gurley stays in that game. The Rams win that game. So I'm going to have the Texans winning this game in an upset. I'll say around, I think they're going to light it up a little bit. I'll say around like 31-23.
I know Giant fans aren't gonna like hearing this, and I hate saying.
Oh man!
and I hate saying it. I do, believe me. I think the Eagles are starting to turn a corner a little bit. I think it's probably gonna be too late, and I think the Texans are fake. I think they've been fake all year. I think they've gotten luck from the scheduling gods. I think they've played teams at the right time, and I think they're playing a team at the wrong time right now. I think they're going to Philly. And I actually agree with the odds makers here. I like the Eagles to win this game. I really do. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I think they're a better team right now with Nick Foles at quarterback. And that's crazy to say that, but he does fit that system very well. And I like the Eagles to win this game by about a field goal. I'm going to go 24-21 Eagles.
Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting because Houston's offense is high powered, and you could argue it's almost on par with the Rams. I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm pretty shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty shocked. But you know what? I will give it to you. Nick Foles. I don't know what it is about Nick Foles, but
Johnny Moravsky. Johnny, he said I'd rather eat a dead rat than pick the. I'm just giving you my. I'm just giving you my honest, unbiased opinion. I'm hoping they lose. I actually think they're gonna win. I really do. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you my honest, unbiased opinion. I think the Eagles are gonna win.
I mean, we'll see what happens because I think Nick Foles and the Eagles are just a match made in heaven. So Nick Foles always surprises me with the Eagles. So they could pull out this win.
Yeah. Buster Butt says the Texans had an easy schedule, but I think fake is too much. What better quarterback or wide receiver combo is there than Watson and D-Hop? Yeah, no, I'm not saying that the Texans suck. I just don't think they're as good as their record. But I mean, I'm trying to think of a better quarterback. I mean, you could argue Tyreek Hill and Mahomes.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, you could argue Breeze and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's another one. I'm trying to think of the best quarterbacks here. Brady, I'm not going to consider. He doesn't have a top-tier receiver.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a top-tier receiver. Those are probably the top three. The Mahomes, Breeze, and D-Hop with Watson. Those are well, maybe. What about T.Y. Hilton and Luck? Luck's been damn good this year.
Luck's MVP level, man. I can't believe he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. Just random take right there. I can't believe he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. But yeah, T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck. That's a great combination.
Yeah. Johnny says, I understand. This is why I don't make sports bets. LOL. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I thought you were a Giants fan. Tisk. Oh, what happened? Oh, I think Kid Blue just dropped out. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there. But I'm sure he'll call back. I'll talk to the chat for a little bit, and then I'll try to call him back. Hill and Mahomes, Mustard says he'll give me. I understand this is why I don't blah 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 blah. Christian Jones stupid. Luck and Hilton. Yeah, Luck and Hilton. I mean, Luck's been unbelievable this year. To me, he's underrated in terms of the MVP conversation. I think he's right there. Rodgers and Adams is another one. G-Man Dingo, good call there. I think he is absolutely comeback player of the year, Goose 76. I'll talk to you guys for a few minutes. I think he knocked his computer out, so I'll give him a couple of minutes. Kevo Kevorkian is in the house. Please check out his channel. He's a Cowboy YouTuber. He also likes the Knicks. Please check him out as well. Rest in peace, kid. No, he'll be back. You can tell he hit his computer or something by accident. No, not an Eagles guy. Not an Eagles guy. Just got to be honest. Just got to be honest. Alien got Kid Blue. By the way, anybody new to the channel, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. We're having a good time tonight talking some spreads. I'll take a quick look at the remaining spreads. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still got 8 games left. We're only halfway through, guys. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to give Kid Blue another couple of minutes. Matter of fact, I'll try calling him now. I forgot about Alright, I'm gonna hang up on him. He'll call me back when he's ready. I'll probably move on in a minute or two to the next game. But Talking Sports, your channel is I appreciate that, Kevo. Thank you so much. Icy Dunks, by the way, I remember you asked me to stream the Monday night game. Something popped up, my man. I know you're a Saints fan. I'm definitely doing all the playoff games though. So believe me that I think he just tried calling me. My mic fell on my computer and it shut off. It's restarting now. Alright, so his computer's restarting now. So I'm going to give him 2 or 3 more minutes. He just messaged me. But I'm definitely going to be doing all the Saints games in the playoffs, Icy Dunks. Believe that. And I have a feeling you guys are going to be playing a few games. Let's see what we got here. Afghanistan, perfect time to make a Giants comment. I'm a firm believer that the weather conditions played a big part. I agree with that, Afghan. I don't like making excuses. You know that. I never like making excuses for the Giants. When they play bad, they play bad. But I definitely think that the rain had a factor in how poorly Eli played in that game. Because Eli historically has played bad in bad weather conditions. And we had a lot of drop passes. The penalties really killed us. And the fact that we couldn't run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Amos, my man, thank you for tuning into the stream, brother. And I'm real, you know, you guys voted on it. I don't know how many of you guys in here voted on it. It got a lot of votes, so probably most of you guys did. I'm working on that Dwayne Haskins video. I'm really looking forward to putting that out for you guys. That should be up by Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also going to have the Colts video up hopefully by tomorrow night. The Colts Giants preview video. Zero GT? I'm missing. What's that abbreviation for, John? Odell won't be trade the money making. Odell's gonna be hard to trade, Johnny, if they want to trade him because you're never gonna. All right, Ligma. Ligma, comment down a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. G Mendingo, Chucky might. Yeah, Chucky might do it. Chucky might. I could see the Browns possibly doing it. I could see the Browns trading for Odell. Because he'd fit there with Jarvis, that's his buddy. I actually think that he actually would fit well with Baker Mayfield. I think that's actually a match made in heaven. We'll see. I'd have to get 2 firsts for Odell, though. We saw last week how much Odell means to this offense. They were able to stack the box without him out there. Let's see if he's... I'm going to try calling him now, see if he's ready. No, I would never go to the Eagles, Bavith. You'd have to pay me. You couldn't pay me enough. John Stone says Haskins is not a scrambler. He's a guy. You know who I like in Haskins too, actually, a little bit when I watch him on film? He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger, actually. He's a guy that can make plays with his legs. He can extend plays, but he's not looking to run. He does not run with the football. Afghanistan says, what's the least you take for Odell, Chris? I think you might have said it. Afghanistan, the least would probably be a first and a second round pick. Not necessarily in the same draft, but I'd need a first and a second rounder. That would be the least. Nathan Peterman gonna make the Raiders 16-0. I don't think so, Just Jake. I don't think so. Mustamud says Taylor is about to become the next Tom Brady. Yeah, right. Who you got, Saints or Steelers? We're going to get to that game. As soon as Kid Blue comes back, I will be on that game. So just wait a couple minutes. I see dunks. I will get to that. Ligma says, Eagles are good. I just hate them. Yeah, I think we all hate them. Yvonne says, OBJ plus Saquon is and will be to be the greatest duo in the NFL. It's going to be a deadly duo. There's no doubt about it. Especially if you could add a quarterback that is at least a threat to move around and run. Bavit says, does Haskins have an arm? He does. The one thing, you'll see it in the preview video. I don't want to get too much into it. He doesn't have a cannon, but he has an arm. He has an arm. G Mandingo, no to Haskins, dude. He is in a great... That's one thing I didn't want to allude to, G Mandingo. But yes, the system he plays in, that spread offense, there is a ton of screen passes. They get a lot of yards after the catch. He had one game in particular. I think it was against Penn State. I could be wrong on the opponent. Where he had a 270 yards passing, 235 came after the catch. And I'm not knocking there are certain things about Haskins' game I like, but he's definitely not a sure thing. Let's see. Got my last exam too. All right. Get it over with, my man. Get it over with, Icy Dunks. Then we can talk football. Odell Beckham is in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Oh, 2 in a second. 2 in a second, John Stone. 2 is a slam dunk, in my opinion. Say we get a first and second rounder for Odell. What type of players do we draft with the Afghanistan? I mean, it depends on how early the picks are in the draft. You know, there's a lot of things that go into it. Christopher Columbus, he knocked his computer out, but I'm waiting for him to get back to the picks. Hopefully he's back in a minute or two. I'm waiting for him. He knocked his computer out by accident. He should be back in a minute or two. I like Nick Foles, Yvonne. He just can't move that much. Ligma, my God. Oh, God. Very good, my man. Very good, my man. Bavit says, all right, bro, I'm going to have to go now. Ligma, hold the chat down. Bavit, brother, I'm going to definitely go live another night. I'm definitely doing the second half of the Saturday night game, but I'm going to hope to go live. Oh, that's right, Friday. I'm going to have Bad Dog on the channel. It's going to be late, though. It's going to be from like 10 to like 12:30. There you go, Mustard Bus. Yeah, I've been told that, Mustard Bus, since I was like 12 years old. I've been told I look like a young Nick Cage. John, I'm going light tonight. I'm drinking Red Bull. I got home from work, and I got a Red Bull. That's what I'm drinking. Let me see if he's ready. I'm going to try calling him again. I'm going to give him like 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get back to this. Tweet, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to wait till he calls. I'll try calling him again in a couple minutes, but I'm going to get on to the next pick because it's going to get late. So let's get to the next pick, guys. So I think we just did, if I'm not mistaken, we did Houston and Philly. Yeah, because everybody tore me apart for taking the Eagles. So now we got Minnesota on the road at Detroit. I'm going to ask. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think he's back. I think he's coming back now. He's coming back now. I'll let you know when you're up and running. I'm still waiting for your video to pop in. Come on, Kid Blue. Come on. I hear the I hear the volume now. I don't see your face yet. There it is. He is back. People were worried. People were worried that you were going past your bedtime.
I seen comments that the Illuminati took me.
But he's back. He's back. What happened there?
My mic took a kamikaze on my computer, and then my computer just the battery came off, so it just unplugged.
Oh, all right.
My microphone, it's a big blue Yeti. It's like a brick, so it just fell right on my computer.
Well, you're back. That's what matters.
Back.
You're back. All right. So I was about to get to the next game, and it is Minnesota at Detroit, divisional matchup. Game means nothing for Detroit. It means the world for Minnesota. They got Minnesota favored by 5.5 on the road. You know Detroit's going to try to beat them, though. Divisional rivals.
Of course, yeah. It's not a spoiler.
What do you think of that game?
Minnesota needs this game, and you know what? I'm not going to lie. I may be wrong about that John DeFilippo firing because they seem to be on against the Miami Dolphins because John DeFilippo had a problem from what I hear about running the ball, and they started to run the ball with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had his career high in rushing yards, 136 yards on the ground last week, and I expect him to do that to be the same way this week. But it will be a challenge with Damon Snacks Harrison and A'Shawn Robinson, both two of the best run stuffers in the league. So, but I still think that the Minnesota has everything to fight for here. Detroit is going to try to, squash that, but I think Minnesota is going to win. It'll be a close game. I'll say like Yeah, I say it's gonna be a low-scoring game too. I'll say somewhere around like 19 to like 14.
All right, he's got it 19-14. So you got the Lions then, because they're getting 5.5, right?
Oh no, I got the Vikings 19-14.
No, but the spread's 5.5. So you got the Lions covering.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You got the Lions covering. Good night, Odell. Thank you for tuning in. Colin is in the chat. What's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning in. 5.5, Christian. It's a 5.5 point spread. Vikings favored by 5.5. I'm taking the Vikings to cover that. I am. The Lions have burnt me several times this year. When I do my daily. By the way, I do a weekly. I'm gonna, because I want to give his channel more love. I go on Jet Central's channel every week. I should be putting more attention to that. I do weekly picks with Jet Central, not against the spread, straight up. So I'm gonna put that in my community when he posts it next week. So hopefully some of you guys go over there and sub him up. Psych, Odell is back, but I think the Vikings are gonna cover that. I think the Lions do have motivation, and I do agree with you about the run. I do think they're gonna. I do think they're gonna do a pretty good job of stuffing Dalvin Cook. I just don't think the Lions have a good team. I don't think they're gonna be able to put up points. The Vikings defense is very good, even though they haven't shown it a lot this year. I like the Vikings. I like them to cover that spread. I really do. Russell Johnson, thank you so much for that. He says, have some money. Thank you so much for that, Russell Johnson. He got straight to the point with the super chat. I do appreciate that, my man. Thank you very much. Kevin Kevorkian says Lions are going to upset the Vikes. Could you see that happening?
I could see it happening because then again, I could be wrong about the whole offense. Maybe that offensive showing against Miami was a fluke, but Detroit could very well win the game because Minnesota has been on and off this season. But I still think Minnesota will come out victorious.
Yeah, and it means a ton to Minnesota. I mean, they're the sixth.
Yeah.
They're the 6th seed right now, right?
Yeah, they're the 6th seed, and They have to stick with the 6th seed because actually I think they can get the 5th seed because Seahawks lost last week, but they're fighting for a playoff spot. They're trying to stay at the 6th seed. So
yeah, I think they win that game, but we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked as a divisional team. Tweet says 27-13 Minnesota. I could see that. I really could. Lions get a goose egg. Cynical says he thinks they get 0 points. They pull a New York Giants.
Oh wow, going big and then going home the next week.
Icy Dunk says yes. Of all people that shouldn't want the Vikings in the playoffs, Icy Dunks is a Saints fan. He says he doesn't want the Vikings in the playoffs. But yeah. Icy Dunks, wouldn't you want that chance at revenge? I would.
Yeah, redemption. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen again. I mean,
yeah. G-Man Dingo says Evan Ingram to wide receiver played slot as shit. Yeah, a lot of people say that. What do you think of that there, real quick, before we get to the next game?
Evan Ingram to wide receiver, I don't think he'll be a consistent wide receiver. I think he's fine at the tight end spot because I think he's not going to be a fantastic wide receiver because, I don't think his route running ability is that great or anything. But as a tight end, I like him as a tight end because he's a matchup nightmare. And I know a lot of people say that. It's kind of like a broken record and everything. But if he finds his groove, he's a matchup nightmare. Linebackers just can't cover him. So
yeah,
I like him.
I just hate his blocking skills are so big.
His blocking's terrible. But then again, Jimmy Graham doesn't block. Jimmy Graham doesn't block it.
But the problem is we don't have the offensive line that could afford that luxury.
Yeah, you're right.
But if we improve our line, maybe it works. But anyway, let's get to the next game here real quick. We've got the Jets. Now this, to me, this spread must be when they thought Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to play. But they got the Jets favored by 1 against Green Bay at home. Jets are at home.
You know what? I can very well see the Jets winning this game. Yeah. I could. I don't trust Green Bay right now. They're obviously not in a playoff hunt or anything like that. They're not been playing their best football. So I honestly think the Jets can get this win. I think the Jets was going to upset.
You're taking the Jets to win outright?
Yeah. I'm going to take the Jets to win it. I think it will be another proving ground for Sam Darnold. I'm not the biggest fan of Sam Darnold, but I think this will be a big game for him to face off against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Tweet, I do appreciate that. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. It does help me out. Christopher Columbus has the Jets winning as well, 24-21. Aaron Rodgers is playing Christian Jones. He is going to play, which actually surprised me. Were you a little surprised by
that? What kind of injury is Aaron Rodgers dealing with?
I just looked at it like any injury at this point. If he's not 100%, why are you putting him out there?
You're right. They had nothing to play for, but I think he's such a big-time player. I don't think he would want to sit down, but I don't know. I think he's fine playing, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Odell Beckham, good night, my man. Good night, my man. Have a good night. Good rest. Well, I don't think he's gonna play this week, but we'll see. But as far as the Jets and Packers go, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm going to agree with you. I like the way Darnold has played the last game in particular. And Darnold, to me, I know a lot of people bash Darnold. I think Darnold's a pretty good quarterback. I think his problem there is his weapons and his head coach. I'm not in love with Sam Darnold yet, but I think he has a lot of talent, and I think he's going to do enough in this game to win. I really do. I'm with you on that. I don't trust that Packers team on the road. I don't think they've won a game on the road all year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's an interesting stat, too. They have not won a single road game this season.
Yeah, so I actually like the Jets to cover that. I'm gonna go 2017 Jets. 2017 Jets.
Pretty close.
Let's see. Goodfellow says he's got the Packers winning. Christian Jones says 21-20 Packers. Tweet says 17-9 Packers. Mustard says next year is yes, it is. Second year is always a huge year for a quarterback, right?
Yes.
Huge year. What's going on, my man? Rohan Alede's in the house. What's going on, my man? 24-29. Oh, wait. 8-bit Vaughn says Green Bay leading by 4. Jets 4th and goal. Let's play the game. Clay Matthews sacks Sam and he throws a flag.
He draws a flag.
Do you think? No, I don't, Amos. I thought he had a shot. Amos asked, do we think Barkley could break the all-purpose yards record? Odell is back. This guy just jumps in and out, in and out. But I thought he did have a shot going into last week, but he didn't put up enough yards last week to stay in contention for that.
Yeah, I think he put up only like 40 total yards last week.
Yeah, might have been about 50, but
yeah, 40, 50. Yeah, he's not on pace now. It's gonna be very hard for him.
Sandshot says 3-0 overtime win by the Jets.
That is a boring game.
Nelson Idali says 9-0. A lot of boring scores in that game.
Oh man.
All right, next game we got Cincinnati, who I think is one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah, they're terrible.
At Cleveland. Cleveland favored by 7. Who do you like in that one?
That's a pretty big spread. That's a pretty big spread. But, you know what? I'm going to take Cleveland. I think the question is, I think the majority is going to take Cleveland. But I think the question is Cleveland going to cover the spread?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say they do cover the spread. I think Baker Mayfield would do just fine against that Cincinnati defense, who, like you said, is one of the worst defenses in the league. I'm gonna take Cleveland. I'll say Cleveland like 24-7.
Yeah. Before Ligma says tie 23-23. Baker Mayfield is Russell. Baker Mayfield. Have a good night, Odell. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Russell Johnson says that Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield. He's one of my
Mayfield is
one of my favorite players in the league.
I am so happy because I think everybody deep down roots for the Browns to win. I'm just so happy they actually found a quarterback and they actually didn't make a mistake in this draft picking a Sam Darnold or picking a Josh Rosen, who I think can be decent quarterbacks down the road. But Baker Mayfield is definitely the best quarterback in this draft class.
Baker Mayfield is the goods. I love everything about him. And I'll give you a good example of how valuable this guy is to this team, and it doesn't show up on the box score. Last week against Denver, on Thursday, he didn't play that well. He played okay, but that team plays so hard for him. He is such a great
leader.
He is such a great leader. They go to Denver,
yep.
a tough place to play. He doesn't have that great of a game, but they still win because that team fights for him. I love Baker Mayfield. I love this Browns team. I think this Browns team is going to win that division next year. That's how high I am on the Browns right now.
Yeah, they start off slower with Tyrod Taylor. Now they have Baker Mayfield. They're starting to get a groove. Next year is their year.
Yeah, and I think they are going to blow out that Bengals team. I think they're going to win that by at least 20 points. I see a demolition. I don't think that game is close at all. The Bengals, to me, are one of the bottom 2 or 3 teams in football. I don't care that they have 6 wins. They are a fake 6-win team. Their defense is disgusting. No A.J. Green, no Dalton. They have no chance in that game.
Yeah.
I love the Browns in that game. I think they cover that spread with ease. They sleepwalk through that game.
And Joe Mixon's having the most quietest 1,000 rush yard season in the NFL. I was looking at the stats for the top rushers, and it said Joe Mixon had 995. I was like, I haven't even heard about him all year. Where did he get 1,000 yards from? But yeah, the Bengals are just terrible right now.
and how about that running back they got there? Chubb for the Browns is good too.
Oh, Chubb has. You know what? a lot of people were talking about Chubb in the beginning because if you watch Hard Knocks, he wasn't playing very well in the preseason, things like that. People were saying, maybe he's just not the guy there. Carlos Hyde will probably fit in that role. But now they sent him to Jacksonville, and now Chubb is filling in that role perfectly, a perfect complement to the running game for Cleveland.
Yeah, I love that. I love the future
doing
of that
great.
team. I love the future of that team. Watch VR. God, Ligma, my God. David Thomas says they brought in good players. Give John Doe. Yes, they did a great job this year.
Yeah. First draft they actually really hit on.
Mustard Bus, who I love. Again, I'm going to give his channel a plug. Please check his channel out. It's on sports related, but if you want to have a few good laughs, and I'll be tuned into the next stream. I like those guys a lot. He says Baker is what Manziel could have been. I never agreed with that comparison. I know when he was in college, when coming into the draft, a lot of people compared the two. The only similarity I saw was off the field. They, because the whole party aspect, whatever.
Yeah.
But on the field, I don't think they were ever similar. Manziel was a run-first quarterback. To me, Baker was always a quarterback that can move, but he was always looking to throw the football.
I think people relate Manziel's. They relate Manziel and Baker together because of their scrambling ability. They look very similar when they scramble. I think that's why everybody kind of compares them to. But I think Baker Mayfield is what Manziel could have been if Manziel was more of a pocket passer. Baker has that ability to stay in the pocket and throw. Manziel is always get out the pocket, then try to find your receivers that way.
Manziel's more like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. And they're very similar in height, and their body structure is very similar. So I think that's why they compare them. But as far as skill set goes, Baker just blows Johnny Manziel out the water.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Sperm Cell says I'm going to the Eagles Texans game. He's going 20. That's gonna be a good game, Sperm Cell. Enjoy it. That should be a good game.
Yeah, definitely look.
Cleveland doesn't blow out teams at the I think they'll blow out the Bengals, though. I think the Bengals are one team they will blow out.
There's a first for everything, Christian Jones. You see what the Giants did to the Washington Redskins after not blowing out a team for 3 years. So
yeah. Russell Johnson says, what I've seen recently is that upsets happen quite a lot. The teams that rely on a good offense if they aren't coached well. A good coach can shut down, and he's right. A good coach. Of course, you need some skilled players on the defense, but yeah. I mean, I think we have a great defensive mind with the Giants. I think they need to get a few more pieces. But I think this defense next year has a lot of potential if they could keep Betcher. I like Betcher.
Yeah, I like James Betcher a lot. I love his scheme. It's always unpredictable. Nobody knows where a blitz is coming from. I like Betcher. He might be a head coach one day, too, so we got to be careful not to lose him anytime soon. But
I think he will be. Not next year, but I think he will be. They do have similar bodies, most of us. I do agree with that. When did Cleveland begin to... this year, Icy Dunks. The second they drafted Baker Mayfield, he completely turned that whole team
his
around.
First game.
Yeah.
First game he got put in against the Jets.
Lamar reminds me of Vic so much, Icy Dunk says. I could see the comparison. I don't think he's near what Vic was. Vic was a tremendous thrower of the football. He was the total package.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson to me is a Tyrod Taylor 2.0. He's Tyrod Taylor if Tyrod Taylor knew how to throw just a little bit more. I don't trust Lamar Jackson's quarterback ability. I think he's more like a just a running quarterback. I don't think he's much.
I think Lamar Jackson's quicker than Tyrod Taylor ever was, though.
Yeah, he's definitely quicker. He's definitely more of a deep, just a vertical runner. If you miss him, he's gone. I mean, if you're not close to him, he's gone. Lamar Jackson is. But I just don't trust him as a full-time starter to make the throws down the field to win you those playoff games when you need a comeback win. I just don't see that in Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, James Betcher is great. I wouldn't mind to make him our head coach if Shermer doesn't work. I agree with that. Big Blue for life. I like him a lot. I think he's a brilliant mind. Now, you never know with coordinators. Sometimes they don't always make the best head coaches, but I do like him. Mustabutt says, I'm going to the Panthers. That should be a good game. I mean, it doesn't mean anything really, for either team, but it's always fun to go to a divisional rival game. Baker to the Giants equals 3 rings. Hopefully Saquon to the Giants equals 3 rings. And Icy Dunk says, who do you think will become the Packers head coach? Real quick, let's answer that, and then we got to get to the next game.
Who's in there for coaching candidates?
Yeah, I got to think about that. See, I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. I can't honestly answer that until I see the week after the regular season when they fire all the coaches. If there's a guy I could pick, if it was possible, it would be Harbaugh. I love Harbaugh.
Oh yeah, Harbaugh. Yeah, but he would have to come from college.
Yeah, he'd have to come
wasn't there some talks that he wanted to come back to the NFL? I don't remember that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think he would for the right team.
Okay.
But yeah, the Bears I think was rumored if I'm not mistaken. Not.
Who would deny Aaron Rodgers, right? I mean. Who would deny Aaron Rodgers?
All right, so let's get to the next game real quick.
All right.
Here we go. Next game we got the Rams on the road. Wow, what a spread. The Rams at Arizona, favored by 14.
Wow. And you know what? I may sound crazy, but I think the Cardinals do have a chance of winning this game.
You're crazy.
I do, just because the Cardinals always get their fair share against the Rams. It's like historical. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the Rams or Cardinals are. They always tend to split these type of games. And I don't know. The Rams are starting to slow down. It's starting to scare me a little bit. I think teams are starting to figure out that if you shut down Todd Gurley, Jared Goff is not the same.
Yeah, but the Cardinals ain't going to shut down Todd Gurley.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but you have to put every guy you can in there. It's possible, but I'm still going to have the Rams winning, so I don't sound completely crazy. I'm going to have the Rams winning, but it's going to be a closer game. What was the spread again?
14.
14? Yeah, I think the Cardinals can cover that spread. I'd say like a man, call me crazy, but I don't know. Maybe this would be Josh Rosen's little come out game. I'll say like a 25 to 20 type game.
Sperm Cell says 97-0 Rams. Kevo Kevorkian says you're drunk. Tweet says 23-13.
I'm telling you, hey, did anybody think the 49ers were going to beat the Seattle Seahawks? The NFC West is that type of division where the bad team always beats a good team in the NFC West. Telling you.
Christian Jones says you're insane. Russell Johnson says Cardinals, are you high? Yvonne says
Buster Bust any given Sunday. That's right, my man.
All right. Here's why I'm going to tell you you're nuts. And I agree with the any given Sunday logic. I think it holds some water. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm going to tell you you're nuts. The Rams just lost 2 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
There is no chance in hell they're losing 3. And they are going to come out balls to the wall in this game, knowing that they're still in contention for a number 1 seed. They are going to demolish this team. I don't care. This game, as I always say, could be played on Neptune. I don't care that they're playing in Arizona. They are going to blow that team out of the water. They're going to cover that spread with ease. I got the Rams winning by 24 points. I'm going to go 41-17 Rams.
And that's the thought from everybody. I mean but I just wanted to pick a game where an upset can't happen because we're seeing it already. I mean, towards the end of the season, these bad teams are starting to lose to these. These bad teams are starting to win against these better teams. And this is a divisional matchup. Any divisional matchup is always any given Sunday type thing, more than any other team game. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see it. If I'm right somehow, if the Cardinals actually win, I'll be Nostradamus. But anyway,
Kevo says 130-3. Russell Johnson says 50-3. Yvonne's agreeing with you. Yvonne's taking the Cardinals.
So see, I'm not gonna say the Cardinals will win. I think they can win, but I'll still say the Rams could win. Like a 25 to 20 game.
I just see the Rams taking out their frustration on the last 2 losses on the Cardinals. I see them.
I could see it, but I also see the Rams having that effect like the Kansas City Chiefs have been for the past couple years, where they start hot and then towards the season their offense doesn't play well and everybody's wondering what's going on. Then they make the playoffs and then they stink it up in the playoffs, and I'm seeing that trend from the Rams right now.
Crazy Dogs got it. Rams 420, Cards negative 1,000. So I think that's a pretty good score prediction there. But Larry Fitzgerald is Larry Fitzgerald to me is one of the most underrated players in the history of football.
He is one of the best wide receivers to ever live, and I don't think people are giving him enough love. I know a lot of people are saying he's a top 15 wide receiver, but
he's top 4, top 5.
Yeah. I would say a lot of people are talking about him like they're mentioning Jerry Rice and Randy Moss and Terrell Owens. I think he's right up there with those guys.
Well, Jerry Rice is on his own level.
Yeah, Jerry Rice is on his own level, but as far as that tier group, that A that Tier A group. I think Larry
I'm
Fitzgerald.
going to say it again. That's Tier B. Jerry Rice.
Tier B.
Jerry Rice is Tier A by himself.
All right.
And he's in the Tier B. I agree with that.
I'll give Jerry Rice his own league. But Larry Fitzgerald deserves to be in that Tier B range.
Yeah, Sandshark says he'll bet $1 million that the Cardinals won't even make a field goal. Well, the thing with Larry Fitzgerald is it's not just his yardage. I think he has this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he has the third most yards in the history of football at the wide receiver position. I could be wrong, but it's how he was able to adapt throughout his career. He used to be this guy on the outside. He was the number one. Then he converted to the slot as he got older. He's the ultimate team guy. He's a great blocker. He does whatever needs to be done to win a football game. And that's one thing I didn't respect about Randy Moss. He wouldn't do that. Yeah,
that's true. And I think a lot of everybody knows this stat, but he has more tackles on special teams than he does drops in the history of his career.
That's insane.
He has more tackles.
That's absolutely insane. Kevo says Jerry Rice is the greatest. Icy Dunk said, who else is scared of that? You should be. The Ravens have a good defense. I just don't see him winning this week. Yvonne says, game-winning sack, but wait, it's an RKO. Removes helmet, and Randy Orton reveals himself. All right, let's go to the next game here. We've got, all right, we got 4 games left. We've got Chicago. This spread surprises me. This is a game I actually feel very confident betting. But I said the same thing last week against San Francisco. Chicago favored on the road in San Francisco by 4.
I'll have Chicago covering the spread. But the 49ers, look at the 49ers to at least make it a game. I think the Chicago Bears will pull away with that defense later on in the second half. But I see this game being a little close just because I think the 49ers have some momentum winning that game against the Seattle Seahawks. And I think they'll keep it close in the first half, but I think the Chicago Bears will pull away in the second with that great defense. So I'll have this game. I'll have Chicago covering the spread. I'll have them the Bears winning. I'll say 24 to like 10.
24-10. He's got the Bears. Mo says Bears 30-10. Tweet says 17-9. The Bears. Kevo says the Bears. Mustabout says DBs complain about Fitzgerald being too nice. They can't even trash talk him. Joe Lutz says Bears 27-13. So everybody's got the Bears, and that scares me. Usually when everybody bets one team, you go the other way. And I'm serious, but this spread is it's just screaming to bet on the Bears. I mean, the only reason that I could conceivably think why it's only a 4-point spread is that the Bears have nothing to play for because they're pretty much locked into that 3 seed. They have a 2-game lead on the Cowboys. They're out of contention really for that bye because they're not going to catch the Saints or Rams most likely. So that's the only conceivable reason that I could come up with why they're only favored by 4 in this game. So, but I shouldn't say I can't see it. We say any given Sunday, but I'd be shocked if the Bears don't win this by double digits.
I think they have to, but I think the first half will be pretty close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout just from the get-go.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. I think the defense will wear them down as the game goes along. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 49ers 4 years ago, 45-10, 23-17. You don't understand these Bears. 27-24, Russell Johnson said. He says it'll be close. 24-16, Sperm Cell said. We'll see. I like them to cover that spread. Who's your favorite? I don't watch wrestling, Yvonne.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I used to when I was like 13, but 49ers are sneaky. They are. Last week they beat the Seahawks. We should have said that.
Yeah, they're a scrappy team. They got that win against Seattle. Nobody think that would happen, along with other upsets last week. And they're a scrappy team. They have some momentum coming into this game. On top of that, it's at the 49ers Stadium. And I'll tell you, San Francisco, they have a bad field over there. It seems like they only know how to play on their field. Everybody slips on their field. So, we'll see what happens there. But I think the Bears can still get that win, of course.
But to go back to this point, when I did watch wrestling, my favorite wrestler of all time would probably have to be. I'm gonna go with the Nature Boy. I'm gonna go with.
I don't watch wrestling.
I'm gonna go with Rick. I'm gonna go with Ric Flair. Who's your favorite water polo? My favorite water polo team is the USA Sperm Cell. That's an easy one. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I agree with that, Kevo. One of my favorites with the he had the 2x4 coming out. The Iron Sheik. All right, Ronda Rousey, yeah. Okay, so Hardy Boys, good tag team there. So here we go. So we got New Orleans is home, favored by 6 against the Steelers.
Oh man,
interesting spread. Interesting spread. Who do you like?
this one's a tough game. This one is a tough game because you don't know which Steelers are going to show up.
Yeah.
And you might get the Steelers that just played terribly against the Oakland Raiders, gave them their third win of the season, and you might get the Steelers that played a pretty decent game against New England Patriots. But I'm still it's at the Dome. It's at the Saints place. They play very well in the Dome, and with the Saints, like I said, you don't know where you're going to get from. With the Steelers, you don't know where you're going to get from the Steelers. So I'm going to have the Saints winning this game. As far as the spread goes, I'll say the Saints actually do pretty well. I think the Saints could pick apart that Pittsburgh defense. I don't think it's anything special whatsoever. The Steelers do have a very potent pass rush, but as far as pass defense goes, I don't really like their pass defense. So I'm going to say the Saints win this game I want to say 34 to 20.
I like that. We'll see. I'm going to give you my... I'm just reading the chat a little bit, but I think that's a good prediction there. Musterbird says Stone Cold. We're still shouting out wrestlers. Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. Do you ever see him? That guy was a monster.
Oh, no.
But Sperm still says I'll go Saints 22-19. It'll be close. Andre the New York Giant. All right. Joe Lutz has the Saints going 31-23. Christopher Columbus, the Saints fan, the Jaguars fan, has it 24-14 New Orleans. So seems like most people, other than Sperm says thinks the Steelers will cover the spread. And
Mustard Bust, they do have something to play with. They got to try to keep that number 1 seed against the Rams, because the Rams are still trying to get that number 1 seed.
Yes, G-Man 4-9, man, of all people. He's the guy that always comes into my chats and asks me all the spreads. He should have been here from the start. This is his kind of show.
Oh man.
Crazy Dog says 35-17. But as far as this game goes, the Saints offense is just a different dynamic in that dome. They really are.
Yeah, they're just a different team.
Because that offense is so predicated on timing. You know what I'm saying? Drew Brees, it's all about timing with that offense. And on that turf, everybody's a half step quicker. And Drew Brees he's all about timing. And I don't see the Steelers keeping up with the Saints. I think the Saints definitely win the game. And I'm going to say they cover the spread. I wouldn't feel super confident betting it, but I do think the Saints will cover. I'm going to say something along the lines of 31-21 Saints at home.
Yeah, and this would be a good comeback game for the Saints because you guys know that they did lose to the Cowboys. They struggled against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They struggled against the Carolina Panthers. I think this would be a good comeback game for the Saints. Get back on track right before the playoffs.
Yeah, Tweed says he's going upset. He's taking the Steelers to win outright, 23-17. Sperm Cell says, I predict the president in 2042. Will you send me a Carson Wentz? In 2042, if I'm still alive, I probably won't be with all the beer I drink. I will send you a Carson Wentz plus style.
Oh my gosh.
But let's get to the next one here. We got 2 games left.
All right.
This game is a very good one. Kansas City at Seattle. Seattle coming off a really bad loss. Seattle is getting 2.5 at home. Who do you like in that one?
Playing up there in Seattle isn't what it was the past couple years. They still got the 12th man and things like that, but it's not as scary as it was the past couple years. And I think Seattle is starting to come into their own a little bit. I don't know what happened against San Francisco. Don't know what happened. But the Chiefs, I have to have the Chiefs winning this game. I don't think Seattle will really fare against winning against the Chiefs. Like I said, I don't think it's really home field advantage as it used to be. I don't think it's as scary as it used to be. It'll be a blowout if they were playing at Arrowhead, but I've got the Chiefs winning the game. I think the 2.5. It was a 2.5 point spread. That's what it says here on ESPN. But
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. 2.5 spread is kind of fair. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a field goal type game. I'll say 27-24 Chiefs.
So you got them covering by a half a point. Tweet says 31-21 Seattle. I'll tell you this. And Kansas City was actually my Super Bowl pick at the beginning of the year. And a lot of people would say at this point in the year, you should stick with them. I think Kansas City's a fake team. I think their defense...
Really?
I think their defense is beyond...
Oh, their defense is terrible. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
but, Patrick Mahomes...
And I don't think they're going to win a playoff time because of it. Because come playoff time, you need a defense.
You need one.
And I agree with you. If it was an Arrowhead, I would take the Chiefs to win by at least 10 points. Seattle, to me, this year has been the surprise team in the league. Or if not the biggest, one of the 2 or 3 biggest.
Yeah, how they won like 16-10, 7-9.
I thought they'd be at best a 6-win team this year. I thought that offensive line was decimated. Russell Wilson's done a great job holding that team together. The offensive line's been a lot better than they thought they would be. And I agree with you, while the 12th man is not what it used to be, it's still a very tough place to play. I don't like the way Kansas City's been playing the last few weeks. I'm going to take Seattle to win outright.
Wow.
I'm taking Seattle to win outright, and I actually think the Chiefs are going to surrender the number 1 seed this week. I think the Chargers overtake the number 1 seed this week. I like Seattle to win by 1 point. I'm going 24-23 as the Chiefs lose their 2nd straight 1-point game in a row.
Wow. I do agree with you, because I mean, especially with Andy Reid there. Andy Reid has this thing about starting off hot with his team and then slowing down come playoff time, and then they lay a stinker in the playoffs. So we might be seeing the same thing this year, but I still like the Chiefs in this game. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Landon, thank you for tuning in to the stream, my man. I do appreciate it. Anybody who's just tuning in, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Ligman, not right now. I can't. I'm live. I cannot do that right now. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Russell Johnson says the Saints have done an incredible job getting 12. They have. Saints are great. The only thing I worry about if I'm a Saints fan right now, did they hit their stride too early? That's the only thing I worry about.
Teams trying to figure them out already.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like them. They're probably, to me, the favorite to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. But let's see. Christopher Columbus says that's some ballsy prediction right there. What does everybody else think? Give me a prediction. What's going to be the score? Joe Lutz says 28-24 Seattle. He likes Seattle to win outright. Christian Jones was shocked by my pick. He said, "Wow," in capital letters. Nick Sauce to the yeah, I know, Ligma. The Knicks are going to be getting a lot of ping pong balls, as I always say. How the 5 seed could it is sperm cell. It really is. The Chargers, if they win this week and Kansas City loses, they jump from the 5 to the 1.
And I'm loving the Chargers right now as a Super Bowl pick. I mean, they're looking far better than everybody else in the AFC.
Christian's got the Chiefs covering 23-20. Icy Dunks agrees with me. He's taking Seattle and win outright 26-21. G-Men 49's taking Seattle at home. The Chiefs have the 32nd rated. Russell Johnson, their defense is god awful.
Yeah, it's terrible, and it's no surprise. It's been like that for a couple years now.
Yeah.
It's just been terrible.
Coincidentally, there were 33. Yeah, exactly. Mo's got Seattle winning by 10 points. He's got Seattle winning 24-14.
Wow. I don't know.
I don't see them. I can't see them holding them to 14 points.
Yeah, like I could see Seattle winning the game. Like I don't have anything against anybody thinking that, but I just don't think Seattle can hold an offense like that to 14 points.
Crazy Dog says KC wins with, get this, a missed extra point, 28-27.
Wow.
So he likes the Chiefs, but he doesn't like them to cover the spread.
Wow.
BK Sports Talk, what's going on, my man? Another YouTuber I always like to shout out. He's an Eagles. He's all over the map. He's an Eagles fan, a Spurs fan, a Yankees fan, and
what?
Yeah, I can't remember his Ranger fan. Let's see what we got here. Tweed says, "Thanks, entertainer. Love the show. You know you're blank. I have a great evening, bro. You too, my man. Thank you for tuning in to the stream, Tweed. I do appreciate everybody who tuned in. No Hunt, of course. Yes, Hunt with the whole nonsense he's got over there. 19% battery. Yvonne says, well, good thing we only got 1 game left. All right, Ligma, good for you. And we are going to the last game here, Monday Night Football, division rival. Game doesn't mean much for either team. I think that Oakland's definitely out of it. What a horrible game for Monday night. But
why wasn't this flexed?
yeah, great point there. We got to pick it. Denver at Oakland. It's an historical rival. Denver's favored by 2.5 on the road. Who do you like?
Man, this is a toilet bowl game of the week right now. But I'll say the Raiders get themselves another win. I'll say the Raiders get themselves another win. That's what I'll say.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're.
You're taking them to win outright.
Yeah. Mhm.
Interesting.
It's not the first time this year that Denver's lost to a really bad team.
Right. Russell Johnson says, I live in Denver and I don't care if that helps. Tweet says 23-10 Denver. Good night, all. Tweet, you have a good night, my man. Tank Bowl 13. BK Sports Talk says 31-10 Oakland. 31-30 rather. Oakland Ligman says. Gman 409. Hey guys, I picked the Giants game +9. What y'all pick? We both picked against the Giants.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah,
sorry, man.
We hope you're right. We hope you're right if that helps you make you feel better. Sperm Cell says my FC prediction: 1 KC, 2 Houston, 3 New England, 4 Pittsburgh, 5 Chargers, 6 Colts. I will say this: I was looking at the Mustache says Denver. I was looking at and I might do a video on this. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but I was looking at the playoff scenario. I don't think the Colts are going to make the playoffs because they lose a lot of tiebreakers, and I think they're going to lose the last week of the season in Tennessee. As much as I like the Colts. And if they tie with pretty much any other team that's going for that 6th seed, they lose. They lose in almost every scenario. So,
wow.
Really the only way the Colts get in, they have to win their last 2 games. They're going to have to win in Tennessee to make the playoffs.
Well, I mean, Andrew Luck, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think Andrew Luck is undefeated versus Tennessee.
No, he owns them. He owns them, and I'm rooting for the Colts. But they're a much more exciting team to see play in the playoffs. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just buying into the Kool-Aid after Tennessee beat the hell out of us.
I mean, it's interesting, too. And Derrick Henry, we'll see how he does this week against the Washington Redskins. But Derrick Henry is just on a rampage right now. So we'll see what happens. But, wow, that's interesting. I'm rooting for the Colts, too. But it's interesting.
BK Sports Talk says, who the Giants have, they playing the Colts in Indianapolis. That's a death sentence. I picked against my Panthers for the first time ever last week. And they almost won, most of us. Seattle's playing well. They will be a tough team in the. They will. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Well, they played probably the Cowboys the first round in Dallas, though. I could see them beat Dallas. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I don't think the Dallas is gonna last long.
Yeah. But anyway, my pick, real quick. I'm gonna take Denver. I think that pass rush is gonna get to. They have a very good pass rush, as we know. The 2 great defensive ends. Von Miller might be the best defensive player in football. He's right up there. Khalil Mack, most people would say, but. I think they're going to get pressure on Carr. I think they're going to force some turnovers, and I think that'll be the game. I like Denver to win that game by about 7 points. I like Denver to cover. Yeah,
could happen. We already seen Denver lose to the 49ers and the Browns. The Browns are all right now, but I don't know. I think this is just another game that Denver could lose to a bad team.
No, they could definitely lose. Denver's a funny team because they beat the Chargers in L.A.
Yeah.
They're a funny team. They could go either way. There was some huge upsets week 15. You predict a few weeks. Denver is good enough to win, and they are. Russell John. They can go either way. Denver was my surprise pick of the year, and they didn't live up to it. But before the year started, I liked them. I thought most people thought they'd win about 6 games. I thought they'd win 9 or 10. I like Denver. It's just they didn't live up to my hopes.
Yeah, they need a quarterback. That's really what they need. They need a quarterback.
Yeah. The running back they really got a lot out of this year. The rookie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Freeman, right?
Yeah.
No, Philip Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah, and then they also got Freeman as well. That's 2 rookies right there too.
Christian Joe says I wouldn't touch that game either. I would not. Anthony Machuca, what's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning in the stream. You caught us at the tail end. We just made our last pick, but Anthony's a huge Giants fan. So just for Anthony, I'm gonna go over just real quick the Giants game. Let's do that again real quick.
All right.
Yeah, we both like the Colts. We both think the Colts are gonna cover. Colts are a 9-point favorite. I just can't see the Giants stopping the run there. And because of that, the Giants' run defense, since they've gotten rid of Snacks, not that it was great before, but it's even worse now. I think they're going to be able to run on them, and that's going to make Andrew Luck's job so much easier. I see the Colts put up at least 31, 34 points in that game.
Yeah, I don't see a way that the Giants can win this game. The Indianapolis Colts are really fighting for a playoff spot right now. They're playing behind Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's he's going to be comeback player of the year. It's got to happen. But as far as he goes, Marlon Mack is trying to going to find his stride. You got T.Y. Hilton as well. That offense is dynamic, and we weren't able to stop much of anybody this year on defense. We're playing well. We're a bend do not break, but yeah, the Colts are just going to win this game pretty handedly. I think they're going to pull away in the second half, 27-13.
Yeah, Mustache, he was an unbelievable steal, undrafted running back for Denver.
Yeah.
And I think Yvonne asked me what position should he try out for the XFL. He's 6'4", lanky. I guess you got to go wide receiver.
Oh yeah, 6'4"? Yeah.
Just got out of work, Anthony. No, I know you work late, my man. I know you work late. If Denver had a real running back, they would be in the playoff. I mean, Lindsey's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, he is good. And I'll slow this down. Now, I don't know if anybody actually thinks this, but there's like just a huge thing on Twitter, Instagram, all of that saying that Philip Lindsay is better than Saquon Barkley, which
God.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But now Barkley's starting to prove that now. Now he's pulling away in rushing yards. He already had dominated him in receiving yards. But Lindsey's great. Lindsey's great, but he's not anywhere close to Barkley. I'll shut that down right now.
Oh, absolutely. Not even close.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus says, all right, my man, but isn't going to smoke. My butt isn't going to smoke itself out here in Cali. It's no joke. I'm out, brother. I'll catch you next one. Christopher Columbus, my man, you know I always appreciate you. Christopher Columbus has been with me since week 1. He joined my channel because he's a Jaguar fan. And he showed me support since, so I always do appreciate when he stops by.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah. Kid Blue, I'll bet you in Madden if Chris lets us curse, I will go off on you. Goose 76 is what else? He's better at not Barkley's much better, not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, guys. Whoever did it last week, I don't know how many people in here that did the picks last week, but if you did, please fill out your picks in the comments below. I'm giving away a fitted hat at the end of this. We said that. It wouldn't be fair to the people who filled it out the first week if I let other people do it, so I can't do that. But I'm going to be doing another giveaway in the playoffs. So stay tuned. Come back for the playoffs. I'll be doing something for the playoffs. I don't know if it'll be picks. I'm going to figure something out. But if you did fill it out last week, please fill it out again this week. I'm going to get all the totals together from last week. And the winner, and you're in it, Kid Blue.
Yeah, I'm in it too. You guys got to try to beat me. Don't let me win that hat now.
And the winner will get the fitted hat. Must have Bust, my man, one more quick shout out for him. Please check out his channel. He's a great guy over there. He's got a great channel. And please check out Kid Blue. Link is in the description. How long have you been doing this now?
Oh, wow. I think since 2013.
You've been on here that long?
Yeah, but it was very casual stuff. I started taking this much seriously about probably 2 years ago. But since 2013, I've been making videos on here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, G-Man 4, but G-Man 49, G-Man 49, and everybody in here who missed week 1, Christian Jones, you too, my man, anybody who missed week 1, well, week 15, I'm going to be doing something for the playoffs. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm not sure if it's going to be picks. I'm not sure yet. It might just be, I don't know. Can you come up with a quick idea?
For a giveaway? For the playoffs?
Yeah, because I feel like if we do the playoffs, there's not enough games. So many people are going to tie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would have to be, if you do anything close to that, it would have to be picks and spread predictions and score predictions, and I don't know.
Maybe you know what I'll do? I'll do the spread and the over-under for each game.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll work, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that'll work. But yeah, playoff bracket could do that, but I feel like you're gonna have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of people who tie. And Yvonne, I know you will, my man. Russell Johnson says, The Entertainer, you are a great play-by-play commentator. I appreciate listening to you, calling the games, and I would like to talk to you about broadcasting live stream audio.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, Russell Johnson, absolutely, my man. I don't know exactly what ties you have, but yeah, I would love to get involved in some way, shape, or form for doing an actual broadcast. That'd be cool. That's my dream. Either be on Sports Talk Radio, have a podcast, or just build this up on YouTube and do it that way. But yeah, absolutely, my man. Just drop your email in the comments after, man. I would love to talk to you. Kid Blue, you're literally the worst Madden player ever.
This guy really wants to play me, man. Don't worry, I'll be playing. I'll be playing against my subs pretty soon. I gotta find some time to get that done. But yeah.
He has no ties to nothing. So it's okay, my man. That's okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna continue to do it, and maybe one day somebody will, they'll see me and they'll be like, I want to give this guy a shot. I don't even know how I would go about applying for that job. It's not like I went to school for it. I don't know, but yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Please check out Kid Blue, one of my favorite guys on YouTube. Great Giants guy. He's been doing it forever. Check him out. Sub him up. And thank you guys for being a part of the stream. And thank you for everybody that showed support. Kid Blue, I'll let you go. I'll close it out.
All right, thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the Entertainer Talking Sports. Great guy. Appreciate you having me on, man. And yeah, till next time, guys. See you later.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night, and let's go Giants.